everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. I have Chloe again with me this weekend. Her family has gone camping, so she's going to stay with us. The good news is she has found a forever home. So I actually made her a little, she was cold this morning, so see if I can show her new outfit to you. Look at this. Is this not adorable? So my sister actually had put some socks in the donation bag. So I got the socks and I cut them and I made a little outfit for Chloe. So she's going to hang out with us. Hudson is here too, but you can't see him. He's in a basket right here. So today we are going to be playing with Mixed Media Extravaganza. We are going to be playing with some Citrusol papers and some Deli sheets and some acrylic paints and a substrate covered with underpants, and we are going to finish it with a focal point. So lots going to be going on. Oh, and some ephemera tossed in there just for good measure. So we are going to get right to it. I'll take you to the table and show you what the supplies are that you'll need for this Mixed Media Extravaganza. All right, see you on the table. All right, gang, hang on to your hats. Here we go with the Mixed Media Extravaganza. These are the Deli pages that I've been playing with. A lot of fun. I'm using them in the background of the collage that we will be working on. So I'm going to go through the different supplies that we're going to use today, and not necessarily in the order that I'm going to show you, okay? But it's quite a list, quite a gathering. All right, so this is what I used. It's just a foam thing, foam tube. Who knows where I got it? And that's what I used for the round circles with white paint. I have Chloe in my lap, so I'm kind of holding her up with my other hand. You're going to need some Stays-On ink. Guess you want to see it your way. And some rubber stamps. Doesn't matter what kind they are. I just used some patterns. Mod Podge, of course, always. An embossing ink pad with some embossing powder, any color you want. I'm going to be using this orange, I think. Here's the Deli sheets. We're going to be working on 3 different patterns for the Deli sheets. So they have a waxed side and a not waxed side. I got these at Smart & Final, 500 for like $6, so pretty reasonable. So you'll check it, you'll be able to tell one side is shiny and one side's not. It's hard to show you on the camera, but you'll be able to tell when your hands get onto it, okay? You'll need some paper tape. Doesn't matter what kind. We're just going to use it for some trimming, more embellishment on one of the pages. I would open this up and show you, but there we go. So just some paper tape of your choice. All right. I don't know which one I'll use yet. I have a box of them. You'll need a stencil. This is the stencil that I used. All right. You're going to need some ephemera of your choice. I just gathered a few pictures, and I love the crossword puzzles. Old page. This was just a little something I had in my inventory, splattered from something else. I thought this might be kind of fun as some ephemera as well. You're going to need some kind of a spray adhesive. I've discovered the tacky spray adhesive and I really, really like it. So that's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to use that with the transfer foil. All right, this you can get on Amazon. I'll leave a link for you so that you can find that. This is the transfer foil on here. Can you see it kind of glittery on there? Which is very, very fun. On these, I just used a glimmer spray. Unfortunately, I didn't grab that, but I'll show you as we go forward. This is the stamping. Here's some stamping. This is white paint on the stencil with the transfer foil. This is the embossing ink, embossing powder with some paper tape behind it. And here's another one with the embossing powder with some tape behind it. Very, very fun. This is going to be my focal point on my finished piece. I've been waiting to use this because it's pretty big, but he's gorgeous. You'll need a brayer, just something to roll the paint out with. Easy sneezy. Ruler or some kind of a straight edge to cut with. Well, to rip with, because we're going to be ripping rather than cutting in this piece. I got some cheapy craft paints. I don't know which colors I'm going to use, so I just grabbed a whole bunch. These are the cheapies from your craft store. Nothing special. Here's some pieces of the Deli sheets that I've already used. I've already played with one. This has transfer foil that's green on it. Kind of fun. I'm getting a big old pile of supplies here. You'll need a substrate. I just used a piece of wood. And then I covered it with my underpants. And I'll know about the underpants about now. Old pages. I left this. I'll show you how I do it. Very, very simple. Mod Podge and old pages. But I left one little section so that we can do it together. And last but not least, you're going to need some of your Citrusolve pages. I don't know if you've made these yet or not. They are so fun. I do have a video on how to make these Citrusolve pages with Citrusolve, obviously, and National Geographic pages. These are gorgeous. And so we are going to embellish our collage at the end, right before the focal point goes on. With some of these, we're going to use our straight edge and tear them into different shapes and embellish that, okay? All right, well, let me get all this stuff off my workspace, and then we'll get started, okay? All right, see you in a minute. I am so glad you can't see my workspace. I am up to my nose in all these different supplies. It's quite funny. All right, so I've got underpants on most of these. I'm just going to show you how I do that. I just take Mod Podge and put it down where I'm going to put the page. I always leave enough overhang so that I can wrap the substrate. And then I go ahead and Mod Podge over it. It may wrinkle a little bit. I don't care if it wrinkles a little bit. I happen to like the texture. But we're going to do this first, and then we're going to set the substrate aside while it dries. And just place another page down. Do this nice and quickly. Most of you already know how to put your underpants on, right? Very important part of our bonding process with our piece. Makes a lovely background. You might hear some noise in the background. Rob's handsome hubby Rob is out in his studio, fiddle around with making a table. He's a furniture builder as well as a mixed media artist. So he's outside doing that. All right, and then when possible, just flip it over. And fold that onto your substrate. And then I just make a little corner. The old wrapping the Christmas present again. Or those hospital corners on your sheets, which my sister's good at. I'm not so good at that. I find it easier to put the glue on the page. Yeah, we're stuck. That's all right. Because the Mod Podge just makes the paper so easy. I always say it just melts the page just enough so that it's easy to wiggle it around. kind of off the screen. And then my substrate will be completely wrapped, ready to go. So I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to bring out our supplies that we'll need for our very first deli sheet, okay? All right, let me organize that for you. See you in a minute. All right, welcome back. I have my deli sheet down. Here again, check it, make sure that the waxy side is down, okay? You can work on 2 sheets at one time. It's really a good idea to do that, but I can't do that on the screen with you today. So we're going to be using a green and a terracotta, and I was going to use a turquoise, but I think I'll go with the gold or the yellow for this. All right, so we'll start off with the terracotta. And you just put a couple of drips. I say a couple. You don't want to completely cover the deli sheet because it will become transparent or very, very translucent when you use it in your collage. And you're just going to spread that around. Nothing too fancy. And I'm going to add my second color. I don't even bother to clean my brayer. It's like, yeah, that's okay. It's not so wet that it's going to turn to mud. And then I just put my second color on. And then my third color. Just going to pick some areas that perhaps there wasn't so much paint. Okay, and just smoosh that around. So that's the beginning of the first one. All right. So this you would use on your second piece. If you were doing a second piece, you would clean your brayer right on that second piece. It wouldn't be wasted paint. All right. I am going to put a stencil down on here, and I'm going to pick another color. Maybe now I'll use the blue. Oh, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my work area here. And I'm going to apply this paint onto the stencil with my finger, wherever I want some of those circles. You can do them all. You can do polka dots, you can do stripes, doesn't matter. It's kind of fun to use the stencil with the finger painting though. Just go around, have some fun with it. Here comes Rob. I wonder if he's going to talk to us. He may. I'm going to get some lunch. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. I used just about my whole dollop there. So that's good.
Hey, sweet.
I'm doing a video, sweetheart. Ooh, that looks pretty, huh? That's a good start. All right. Now I'm going to put some white paint down. And I'm going to grab that. It's a foam thing. Must have been around a pipe or something. I don't know. Wash that around with my finger. There we go. And just put some of those on there. that's fun. It's coming together nicely. There, that's good for now, I do believe. So this will have to dry before I can stamp it with the StazOn. So I'm going to set this aside and let it dry, and then we will come back and play. Maybe I'll just set this aside and we'll start the next one. That would be a good idea. Let's do that. All right, I'm going to grab another one. Here again, check for the waxy side. All right, I'm going to choose 3 different colors. Pink, purple, and a different green, I guess. We'll start off with the purple. Now, mind you, I haven't cleaned my brayer. And I'm okay with that. When we get done here, I will take it into the kitchen and I will... Whoop, you're out of here. Then I'll wash it. Here again, if you want to work on 2 sheets at one time, it's very fun to do. I can't do it today. Color number 1. Color number 2. And color number 3. Nice glob on there. So all of this negative space that's in there, that will really look great on our collage. It'll let our ephemera background show through. Maybe even some of our underpants. That'd be fun. Okay, so now I'm going to grab the same stencil, only because that's what's at my fingertips here. I'm going to use some of this white, since that's here too. And I have a sleeping Chloe on my lap, which we're all enjoying the silence of that. Just go around with your stencil and have some fun circles. This time we're using white paint. Need a little bit more. This will ridge up with the stencil if you use a lot, which is fine. I'm fine with that. And I'm going to call that good. Alrighty, let's see. Oh, very fun. Very, very fun. Alright, I have a very fun paper towel roller that is kind of squeezed, so it's not an exact round anymore. I'm going to go back in. Let's see, what color shall we use? Let's go ahead and use the purple. We'll bring that back in. So what I do is I just get the edge of the paper towel. I just get the edge of it covered with paint. And then when I go down, I make 2 instead of just 1 circle. I use 2, which I think gives it kind of like a chain link look. It's very fun. A little different. bad I'm not having fun, huh? Good. There you go. So there's Deli sheet number 2. I'll let this dry, and then we'll come back in with our stays on for that one. Okay. Very fun. Put it on top of Hudson to dry. No, just kidding. All right, so we only have one more, and we are only going to use 2 colors on this one because this one's going to have the embossing ink on it, which is really, really fun. So let's see. We'll start off with the... It's funny because a lot of my colors are the same. That's my palette, I guess. Alright. Dirty Bear. Come on. You can handle one more piece. And let's see. Oh, we're going to go with the green. This green. This is kind of a lime green. We're going to do this in class on Wednesday afternoon and Thursday night. We are going to have fun. Ooh, I like the stripes. I think I'm just going to leave those stripes. That is fun. Brayer's almost ready for the kitchen. Alright, now I'm going to go for my paper tape. Which one am I going to use? This is one that I'm not crazy about, so we're going to go ahead and use it. See if, because it'll be covered up with the embossing ink. No scissors in this project. Not yet anyway. And you can put these down, the tape down however you want. Just have fun with it. When we make our collage in the end, we will need some scissors, probably. I haven't torn the tape yet for the collage. Put that at an angle. I don't do much at an angle. I'm a pretty straight, up and down kind of girl. One more piece, and then just push it all down. Even though your Deli sheet is damp from the paint, the tape sticks very, very well. Okay, so now we have 3 Deli sheets that are going to be drying, and then we'll come back and play some more, okay? Alright, let me show you the 3 that we've been playing with. So here's the one with 2 colors and tape. Alright. I stuck that one someplace. Where did I stick it? Oh, this has 3 colors. White paint on the stencil, and then the paper towel roller with some purple. This was 3 colors. I brought the turquoise in with the stencil, and then the foam tube for some white circles. Okay? So these are going to take a minute, and then we will carry on. Alright. Lots of fun so far. See you in a few minutes. Alright, let's play some more. The first one dry was, of course, the one with the two color choices and the tape on it. So what I'm going to do is take my embossing ink pad and just kind of go around and pat it around. I want a pretty good coverage, so I'm not afraid to really stamp it on there. Then my embossing powder. I'm not married to any particular brand. Depends on what I can get my hands on. I have a paper towel under this, so I'll just dump it onto the paper towel, and then when I'm not visiting with you, I'll dump it back into my bottle. Okay. See how much stuck to that. This crazy tape. Very nice, very nice. I'd like to see a little bit more at the bottom. See if we have any sticky stuff there. And maybe some more up here. We shall see. And I'm just going to fold this up, and I will put that back in my bottle later skater. Now I come in with my heat gun, my embossing tool. Can you see how it gets shiny as it melts? So this is still in powder form. And then this is where it has been embossed. Can you see where it's kind of shiny? Up in this corner right here. So this is the dull powder, and then that is the shiny corner. So you don't need to listen to me do the whole thing. I'm going to shut you guys off. All right, I finished with the one with the embossing powder. I did go back in and stamp it a couple more times with the embossing ink pad. And then I put some more embossing powder on it. I just wanted a heavier coat of the embossing powder. So as you can see, that's absolutely gorgeous. It melts on there. Absolutely beautiful. So, all right, let's see if the other ones are dry. This one's dry. This is the second one we did. This was with the 3 colors, the green, the purple, and the pink. Then I went in with the stencil and put the white paint in on the stencil, and then took my paper towel roll with the purple and went back in. So there's a lot of circles going on in this one. So I am going to take my rubber stamp that is, I think it's actually trees, but I like the kind of the stripy look. And I'm just going to go in and stamp some stripes on this. Give it a different look from being so circly and round. So just go in and randomly stamp it. Beautiful. Alright, so that's the rubber stamping part of it. And then on this one, on the second one, I am going to use the foil. Ooh, this is always exciting. Let me get some of this stuff off here. I always end up with this much workspace on my desk. Do you do that too? It's crazy. All right, so this is the transfer foil that we're going to use and the tacky spray that we're going to use, okay? And we're just going to spray ever so lightly in some spots. Now with the transfer foil, you use it by putting the shiny side up, okay? Oh, we're already getting sticky. So I'm going to lay the foil down. Press it just a little bit. You don't have to press it a lot. Oh, and then you start to get the foil off. And I can go back over this. And any place that I can feel that sticky, I can put that transfer foil down. And you can see it starting to pick up the shiny. The more spray you put down, of course, the more foil you're going to get on your piece. So it just depends on how much you want. So say I put a whole bunch down here. Give you okay. And then I put the foil down, shiny side up. Oh. There we go. So you're going to get more like that, okay? I don't want it that heavy all over. I just want little sparkles. Scooting all over. Deli sheets are light. Okay, so there you can see that. So then you can see just the sparkle of the gold foil on there. It's very, very fun. All right, let's see if our third one is dry. The only place that isn't dry is the white circles, so I think I'll go in and just, oh yeah, they're almost dry. Just lighten those up a little bit so that they're dry, so we can carry on. Come on. All right, so the next step for this is the stamping. I have this fun stamp. And I'm just going to go around and give it a little something something. I don't want full stamps, I just want partial stamps. Give it a little pattern. Very fun. Oh, if you're not having fun, shame on you. Oh, more of a mess here. Okay, we'll at least close that up for now. You guys can stop by later and help me clean up the studio, okay? All right, so on this one, the final thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Lindsay's spray. This one is Starburst Tibetan Poppy Teal. So I'm just going to spray this on here. This actually does have a bit of a glitter to it. And then I'm just going to let that dry. Okay, that is enough for now. I will bring these all back, all dried, and then we'll see what's next, okay? All right, gang. You've got enough information. You can go play and create if you want to now, okay? All right, go have fun.